नमस्कार सबैजनालाई। आज म पूर्वाञ्चल युनिभर्सिटीको सिभिल इन्जिनियरिङको थर्ड सेमको सर्वे 1 को हाम्रो च्याप्टर नम्बर 6 प्लेन टेबल सर्वेको बारेमा डिस्कस गर्छु है त। सो प्लेन टेबलिङ इन्ट्रोडक्सन। The distinctive feature of plane tabling is that it is a method in which the field observation and plotting proceed simultaneously in the field. The distinctive feature of plane tabling is that it is the method in which the field observations and plotting proceed simultaneously in the field. The principle of plane tabling is based on the fact that the lines joining the points on the plane table are made to lie parallel to their corresponding lines joining the ground points while working at each station. It has been extensively employed for recording topography in national mapping and in engineering surveys. The plane tabling may be defined as graphical construction of straight lines, angles and triangles for plotting the ground detail points. Instrument used in plane tabling. Plane table with stand. The board of plane table ranges in size from about 400 mm into 400 mm to 800 mm to 800 mm into 600 mm. It is made of thoroughly seasoned wood and built up from several pieces so as to counteract any tendency to warping. The upper surface of the board must be plain. The tripod of the plane table is usually 1200 mm long and made of wood with iron shoes or metal. A screw is provided at the top of the tripod to clamp the board. Some of the tripods are provided with leveling screw or ball and socket joints for easy leveling. अब यहाँ हेर्न सक्नुहुन्छ प्लेन टेबलहरु। प्लान टेबल भनेको ड्राइङ बोर्ड मेड फ्रम वेल सिजन वुड विथ इट्स अप्पर सर्फेस इज एक्ज्याक्टली प्लान्ट. It is normally rectangular in shape with size 75 cm into 60 cm. अब यो भनेको प्लम्ब भयो, यो भनेको एलिडेट युजफुल फर इस्टाब्लिसिङ अ लाइन अफ साइट, यो भनेको कम्पास, यो भनेको ट्राइपोड. ट्राइपोड इज प्रोभाइडेड विथ 3 foot screws at its top for leveling of the plane table है त. So second instrument छ elidate or sight rule. There are two types of elidate that are used in plane tabling surveys. That are used in plane table surveying, which are explained below. Plane elidate. It consists of a wooden or metal ruler of length about equal to the smaller dimension of the board, and furnished with a pair of side vanes. One is called side vane and other is object vane. Side vane is provided with a narrow slit, and object vane is open and carries a hair or a fine thread or a thin wire stretched between the top and bottom of the slit. Survey of the small area or contour by tachymeter. यहाँ फिगर हेर्न सक्नुहुन्छ प्लेन एलिडेटको. अर्को छ हाम्रो टेलिस्कोप एलिडेट. द एलिडेट विच इज फिटेड विथ अ टेलिस्कोप फर साइटिङ पर्पज इज नोन एज telescopic elidate. In plane table mapping on smaller scales, when distances of several miles have to be sighted, the ease and accuracy of the work are improved by the use of this kind of elidate. Bubble tube, particle scale, telescope, straight edge ruler, focusing screw. अर्को छ spirit level. It used to check the leveling of the plane table board. It is placed on the table and the bubble is made at center by leg adjustment. अर्को छ magnetic compass. Magnetic or trough compass consists of a magnetic needle some 120 mm long, pivoted in a narrow wooden rectangular box with a glass cover and a removable protective lid. It is used in plane table surveying for finding the north direction of the map and sometimes the rough orientation work. अर्को छ हामीसँग प्लम्पिङ फोर्क U frame or fork. It is used for the purpose of centering in surveying or on very large scale. The upper point of fork is placed on the point representing the plane table station, and the table must then be set up so that the plumb bob hanging from the lower point of the fork is over the ground mark. Point भयो यो फ्रेम भयो, यो प्लम्बिङ फोर्क और यु फ्रेम भयो, यो थ्रेड भयो, यो प्लम्ब भयो, अनि यताको अप्पर आर्म भयो, यो पोइन्ट भयो, लोवर आर्म भयो, प्लम्बिङ फोर्क भयो, प्लम्ब भयो. एडजस्टमेन्ट अफ प्लेन टेबल. प्लेन टेबलको एडजस्टमेन्ट कसरी गर्न सकिन्छ भन्दाखेरि फिक्सिङ द प्लेन टेबल अन ट्राइपोड, सेटिङ अफ द प्लेन टेबल, साइटिङ द पोइन्ट्स. फिक्सिङ द प्लेन टेबल अन ट्राइपोड. Tripod legs are well spread and the plane table is placed on the top of the tripod and tightened. Setting of the plane table. Labeling the plane table, centering, orienting the plane table. Labeling the plane table. For small scale work, labeling is done by estimation. For accurate work, labeling is done by using spirit level. Spirit level is placed on the table in two perpendicular position and make the bubble as center in two position. अर्को छ सेकेन्डमा सेन्टरिङ. In this operation, the point plotted on the paper corresponding to the station should meet exactly over the station on the ground. This is done by using plumbing fork and plumb bob. अर्को छ लास्टमा ओरिएन्टेसन. Orientation is the process of putting the plane table in some fixed direction. It is done by rotating the plane table in horizontal plane. Centering and orientation are dependent to each other and should be done simultaneously in the field. There are two methods of orientation. Orientation by means of trough compass, orientation by means of backsighting. Orientation by means of trough compass. Suppose A and B are two stations. The plane table is set up at station A and labeled and center. Then the trough compass is placed on the right and top corner in such a way that its edges are parallel to edge of table or sheet. The table is rotated such that the needle rests on OO mark. After this, a line representing the north line is drawn through the edge of the compass box. The table is then clamped. With the elided touch point, a ranging rod at A is bisected and ray is drawn. The distance AB is measured and plotted on any suitable scale. The table is adjusted. The table is adjusted over B. Then trough compass is kept exactly along the north line drawn previously. The table is then turned clockwise or anti-clockwise until the needle coincides exactly with the OO mark of the compass. While turning the table, care should be taken not to disturb the centering. Second is orientation by means of backsighting. This method is always accurate and it is always preferred. In this method, orientation is done by sighting the previously plotted point on the map. Elidate. S भनेको साइड पेन, O भनेको object पेन. Suppose A and B are the two stations. The plane table is set up over A. The table is level and center. At first station, orientation is done by trough compass. The north line mark is made on the right and top corner of the sheet by trough compass as in previous method. With the elidate touching A, the ranging rod B is bisected and ray is drawn. The distance AB is measured and plotted on any suitable scale so the point B represents station B. The table is shifted and set up over B. It is level and centered so that B is just over B. Now the elidate is placed along the line BA and the ranging rod A is bisected by turning the table clockwise or anti-clockwise. At this time, centering may be disturbed and it should be adjusted immediately if required. When the centering, labeling and bisecting of ranging rod A is perfect, then the orientation is said to be perfect. Third is sighting the points. When the table has been set, that is labeling, centering and orientation has been done. The points to be located are sighted through the LED. Array is then drawn from the instrument station. Along the edge of the LED. The points are then finally plotted on the corresponding rays, either by way of intersection and radiation. Methods of plane tabling. Methods of surveying with the plane table may be classed under 4 distinct types, which are given below. First मा छ radiation method, second मा छ intersection method, third मा छ traversing method, fourth मा छ resection method. First and second method are used for locating details and third and fourth methods are used for locating the plane table station. Radiation method. In this method, a plane table is set up at any commanding station or control point. A ray of line is drawn from the station towards the points or detail points. The distance between the instrument station and that point is measured and the point is located by plotting the distance along the ray to some scale. This method is suitable only for the survey of a small area such as a courtyard or a small field. This method is inconvenient if the distances of radial lines are more than 100 or 150 meter. Procedure. Select an instrument station O from which all the points to be surveyed are visible. Set up and label the plane table and clamp it in a suitable position having regard to the shape of the area to be surveyed. Mark the point O on the paper to represent the instrument station O with the help of plumbing fork. With the LED edge close to O, direct the LED successively to A, B, etc. and draw lines or rays through O. Measure the distance to A, B from O and plot them at the desired scale. The points A, B, C are the plotted position of points A, B, C in the map. Intersection method. सो इन्टरसेक्सन मेथडबाट चाहिँ हामी नेक्स्ट भिडियोमा कुरा गर्छु. सो आजको लागि यति नै.